Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Let's wait for more 5 minutes. If more people will join, then we'll start. Okay. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll start now.
Yes,
Today we
ma'am.
are going to discuss mock test for Anthem, right? I hope you guys have solved that assignment. We'll discuss that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Is screen visible to you guys?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the first question is, let X be, we'll go one by one, okay? So if there is any doubt, you just tell me, we will discuss that. Let X be a discrete random variable having the following probability mass function, where X is taking these values 0, 1, and 2. Find the value of K. So how will you start with it?
First summation 0 to 2 k into 3cx upon 3cx, 3 minus x is equal to 1.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. So we will just sum it to 1. Firstly, but as it is given that there is one important thing given there. Have you noticed that? See this one. What the probability is? It's 3cx divided by 3c 3 minus x. Anything special about this? Have you noticed anything special about that?
Both are equal, ma'am.
Yes, both will be equal. Fine. Okay. So yeah, probability of x is equal to x is given as k into 3cx divided by 3c 3 minus x. Okay. Why they are equal? Like, because we know that, right? If you calculate the 3cx, it will be what? 3 factorial upon x factorial divided by 3 minus x factorial, right? And similarly, we can write it as a 3c 3 minus x also. Fine?
So, ma'am, we can say that 3k is equals to 1.
Yes, that's what. NCx is always equal to NC n minus x. So if you know this, then problem was very easy. So you have to just do this. Probability x is equal to 0 plus 1 plus 2. All are equal to 1, right? And as 3cx is equal to 3c 3 minus x, this will be k plus k plus k is equal to 1. So k is equal to 1 by 3. Fine? Oh, yeah. Can you repeat? Your voice is not audible. Hello. Hello.
Please continue.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. Hello.
Continue, ma'am.
Oh, fine. So, yeah, next question is, which of the following variables are numerical? So you know, right, there are two kind of data, categorical and numerical. So the options are height, Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, passenger, PNR numbers, stopwatch, pin code numbers. So what is the basic
and
difference between
stopwatch.
categorical and numerical variables?
Height and stopwatch.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in numerical we can perform operations, and in categorical we do not perform operations.
Yes, whenever numerical variables are there, some mathematical operations are doable there, right? Whenever it is some kind of numerical variable, it connects to mathematical operations, either addition or ratio, whatever it is, fine. So here in the option, like this Aadhaar card number and all these are Aadhaar card number, PAN card number, PNR number, pin code numbers. These four are categorical variables, as we do not have to do any mathematical operation with this number, because like it will not give us any meaningful, right? Any meaningful term or whatever it is. So here the two things are heights and stopwatch time. These two are numerical variable. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then the variance of the binomial random variable x is plotted against varying values of p with n kept constant. It is observed that maximum value of variance is 40. Then what is the value of n? Okay, how will you go with this?
Ma'am, we know that the maximum value of variance comes when its probability is 0.5.
How? Like, how can you be very sure that maximum value of variance will be attained when probability is 1/2, that's 0.5?
Ma'am, it was discussed in the lecture and in the revision sessions in the previous one. And it was explained there.
The probability will be 0.5 and then
Yeah.
Uncertain.
So yeah. X is following binomial distribution with n constant and p variable. And yes, yeah, variance of x is 40. What is the binomial random variable? Like in general, how do we write the variance of x in terms of np?
NP
P 1 minus
Into
P.
1 minus P.
Yeah, it
And
is
p into 1
np
minus.
into 1 minus p. Then from this expression, can you give me where this variance will be the maximum? This is maximum, right? Maximum. It is given. Fine. Variance of x maximum, it can take 40 value. If you have this expression where n is constant, p is varying, how will you find what is the maximum value of p?
by differentiation.
By differentiating, right? So once you differentiate this np with respect to what?
With respect to P.
Yeah, with respect to p and equating it to 0. So it will give you the value for p. Fine. So what it will be? It will be np minus twice np is equal to 0. From here you can have p is equal to 1/2. So p is equal to 1/2. So does it guarantees that it is maxima? No, right? You have to
No, ma'am.
differentiate it again
Double
with respect to, yeah. So yeah, p into 1 minus p, which will be equal to, if we differentiate with respect to this first order derivative, right? Again differentiated with respect to p, it will give you, this will be n only, no? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this will be minus twice n. So it's a negative value because n always takes positive values, right? It's a natural number only. So this double derivative is negative. That implies p is equal to 1/2 is your maximum point. So variance of x will attain maximum value at 1/2 only, right?
Right.
So, and we know that maximum variance is given as 40. Now we have to just put p is equal to 1 by 2. So it will be n into 1 by 2 into
Putting p is
1 by
equal
2.
to half.
Yes. Hello.
No, ma'am, I am saying putting p is equal to half.
Yes, p is equal to half. So p is equal to 1 by 2. So 1 minus 1 by p will also be 1 by 2, right? Maximum
Yes, ma'am.
variance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So from here, n is equal to 165.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, if the median of data set xi is 15, what is the median of the data set twice xi minus 2? So yeah, what happens to median if your whole data set is multiplied and subtracted with some constant?
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Hello. Yes.
Yes, hi, ma'am. Good evening. Actually, we were doing some differentiation question as well in this previous question. So, can you help me out with one question of d by dx of mod of x into x minus 1 also? Because I'm not able to solve that.
Okay.
Okay.
It is not relevant to this statistics class, but just because you were doing differentiation, I got stuck in mod of x into x minus 1. If you can.
Yeah, we can take, but I think today we have the 16 questions, so time
Okay.
constraint will be there. So let's see at last if time permits. Okay.
And also there was a question from activity 1, week 12, in which
Okay.
the last question was like x, we have some binomial, we have some probability distribution saying 1 to 10. I forgot the
Yes,
question.
that question we have done, I guess. Only I was unable to
X
do
plus
that section.
x by x plus x over 10, something
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
Probability.
it was something probability x plus, I'm not sure, 10 by x something.
Yes. So I was like, I had got the values of 2 and 7, 2 and 5 by
Yeah.
making 7. By
Yeah, it
putting
was
the
something I do not remember.
7.
It was maybe 7 or 8.
So when you solve this quadratic equation, you get two values of x, that is minus 2 and minus 5. Sorry, plus 2 and plus 5, right?
Yeah.
So after that, how to solve that? Like x is greater than equal to 2 also, and x is greater than equal to 5 also. So how to solve that? Up to
Yeah.
up to 7, up to these two roots, I am able to find. I'm able to calculate this.
Okay. Can you
Like
help
I
me? It was a
guessing it,
greater or equal to or greater than?
it was like x is greater than equal to 2
Strictly
and x.
greater, right?
Yes,
This expression. Yeah.
greater.
So it is C. It is strictly greater than 7. So now your x is greater than 2 and also greater than,
5.
it was less than 5, I
It was
guess.
greater than equal to, greater than equal to.
Greater than equal to.
Yes.
Okay.
So these were my two roots. But now, like by seeing the answer, so what I configured that I have to add those two. Like it will come around
Not
2 by
add.
5 by 10. 2 by 10 and 5 by 10. If we add, that will become a 7 by 10. The answer will become 0.7. But I don't know what the logic behind that addition.
See, once there is this kind of question, you have something greater than 7, then you just convert it as a 1 minus. Okay. Because why we convert it like that? Because we know we have the CDF formulas, right? Which
Sorry,
is
can
in
you
the
say
form.
what this problem is clearly so that we also understand?
Yeah, but I will say this question we have discussed in last 2 lectures, so you can find this in YouTube also.
Okay.
So if you want me to discuss, we will also discuss in last end of this session.
All right, thanks.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Okay. Actually, I have only done this question twice only.
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. Can you just explain the differentiation part in the this mock question, ma'am? Which
This one?
you have done this? Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Little bit detail, ma'am. Just I'm not able to get how you differentiate it.
Okay. This first derivative you understood.
Yeah, ma'am.
It was NP into 1 minus P, right? So you will have it NP minus NP square, right? So once you differentiate it with respect to P, you will get n minus twice np is equal to 0. Is it fine for you? Then then I have calculated p is equal to 1 by 2. Fine.
Ma'am, if you differentiate this term which you told, ma'am, then one will be give, ma'am, it's n, then it's ma'am 2 n is to 2 np.
Yeah, it will be n minus 2 np, right? And we equate it to 0. So once we equate it to 0 and we are consider, so n is there, so we will divide it by n kind of things, okay? And then we calculate the value of p, so it will be p is equal to 1 by 2.
Ma'am, in second derivative, ma'am?
Yeah, in the second derivative, okay. This is second derivative for this term. For this, I know the first derivative, this n minus twice np. Once you differentiate it again with respect to p, this part will be 0. This part will be minus twice n. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Did you get or should I write?
No, ma'am, got it. Got it. Thank you.
Ma'am, do we have to practice differentiation for such questions?
No. Like, if you directly know, like some people answered me like it was variance will be maximum when p is equal to 1 by 2. But I just take the part from where this 1 by 2 came from, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are basic things. If there are some kind of maxima minima thing, you should know that if, for example, if variance is taken, in this case, let's say in this question it's not possible, but in some question it is written that your variance or anything that is taking minimum value at some point and maximum value at some point, then you should be able to find what is the maxima and what is the minima of the function. So how do you find that? So the first step is you just differentiate the given function with respect to variable you want and equate it to 0. Okay, then you will find some roots. Now this root is 1 by 2, but you don't know whether this 1 by 2 will give you maximum of the function or minimum of the function. So you have to go for the next derivative, second derivative. And if second derivative will give you a negative value, that means your solution is providing you a maxima. If it's a positive value, second derivative is giving positive value, that means your root is giving a minimum point. These things you might have seen in the mathematics class. This is called second derivative.
Yes, maths 2.
Yeah, second derivative test. Okay. Fine. So let's move to question number 4. Yeah, it is about median of the data set. So if your median of the data set is 15, and now they are asking for the median of the data set, which is, they said xi is some data set whose median is 15. Okay, if I ask you, now I have changed my data set to twice xi minus 2. Now this is my new data set. Then what will be the impact on median?
Then median is also twice and subtracted by 2.
Yeah, because why it is so? Because the whole data set is multiplied with the 2 and then subtracted by 2, right?
Yes.
So there will be no change in the order of the data set, fine? So therefore, this median, I will subscript it as a new, will be equal to 2 into 15 minus 2, which is equal to 30 minus 2, 28. Fine? So this will be the median for the new data set. Question number 5. An entrepreneur has invested in 4 startups. The startup makes profit. It will yield a respective profit of 20, 25, 30, and 40 in units of lakhs. On the other hand, for each startup, this entrepreneur may not gain profit. Then he will incur the loss of 10. Okay. Let's say your X1 is profit in your first startup. Fine. If there is a profit, then X1 will take the value 20 lakhs, right? If there is no profit, that entrepreneur has incurred the loss of 10. That means X will take the value -10. Okay. Are you getting my point? Why this line, what this line is saying? On the other hand, for each startup, the entrepreneur may not give
Success and
profit.
failure.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Success for +1 and failure for -1. Negative sign.
Can you repeat? Hello.
Okay, ma'am. Continue.
The probabilities that entrepreneur will make profit from these startups are 0.1, 0.3, 0.2, and 0.1. What is the expected total profit? Okay. So yes, let's say X is any random variable. Xi, okay, because we have 4 startups. So let's say Xi is a random variable, which is denoting the profit from ith startup, okay. This is denoting profit from ith startup. Fine. And they have given something. What profit for first? So X1 will denote profit for first startup, right? How much profit for it is given there? It was some 20 lakhs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when X1 is taking 20, so we'll get, okay, there is a profit in startup 1. Okay. So this is given, what probability is given there, right? How much it is?
0.1.
It is 0.1. Similarly, probability for X2 is equal to what? Will it be 20 or some other value?
Ma'am,
X2 will be the profit from second startup, right? Are you getting the question?
yes, ma'am. We are getting the question.
See, it will be profit from
25,
each will be 20, 25, 30, and 40.
40. Yes.
So probability of X2 is equal to 25. It is given as some 0.3,
Mm,
0.3.
right? Then probability for third
X3,
startup is like third startup is in
30.
profit. It is some 0.2. Probability for fourth startup is profit is 0.1 again. So this is the probabilities of profit for like individual startups. What about probability of loss?
For
Is,
one, it's
1 minus
0.9.
particular any
yeah, but
startup.
how will you denote it? Like, see, your X1 is denoting the
X1,
profit. So let's
X-
say whenever X1 will take negative values, it's a loss. Okay. So it's a
Okay.
negative profit. Fine. It's just a notation.
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So they have taken it as a 10 lakhs.
Minus
So I
10.
will take it as -10, which will
10.
be equal to 0.9.
Point.
Okay. I'm doing 1 minus 0.1 only.
Okay.
And here it will be, for X2, it will be 1 minus 0.3. That is
0.7.
0.7.
Ma'am, can we directly write the value in lakhs so that
0.8.
we can like calculate?
Yes, you can do that also.
0.8.
Yeah. So this will be 0.8 and X4 is equal to -10 will be
0.9.
0.9. Fine. This is what profit and loss. But what they have asked, expected profit, right?
Then we multiply probability and rupees.
Probability and
X1, X2, X3. Then we
yes,
add.
that's it. That's it. So we want to calculate the average mean for all four, right?
Yeah,
Average or
average
mean for all four. So it is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus
X3
x3 plus
plus
x4.
X4.
This will give you the total profit. But you want to find the mean for that. That means expectation for that, right? And you know
Yes, ma'am.
that expectation for this is nothing but expectation of x1 plus expectation of x2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Expectation of x3. Okay, how will you calculate expectation of x1 and x2?
Ma'am, X
Summation of
into
Xi
probability.
into Pi.
Yeah. So yeah, expectation of xi, x1 will be equal to summation pi into probability of x is equal to xi.
X.
Fine.
Yes,
Sorry, this is xi,
Xi.
right? I is whatever. So here it will be some 0.1 into for x1, 0.1 into what? 20
To 20.
plus minus 10 into 0.9. Fine.
0.9. Yes,
Okay. Similarly, you can find the expectation for x2, x3, and x4 and add there, right? Okay.
Ma'am, it will
So
add up to
Ma'am,
19.5.
it is a calculation part. You can leave it.
yeah, it is just calculation part. So once you do this, you have the answer range there. Is it there on your portal?
Ma'am, we need to consider losses as well because
Yeah.
the answer
See,
is in negative.
that's why we have taken this as loss as -10. So once you calculate this, this will give this term expectation of x1 will give you -7. Similarly, I'm just directly putting the values for x2. When you do the same calculation, you will get something 0.5. For x3, your expectation will be -2 and expectation for x4 will be -5. This is just a similar calculation as we have done here. And then according to this part, your final answer will be the sum of all these things. So see, -7, -2, -5, 40, and this is 0.5. So your expectation for all this, that means your average profit is -13.5. That means it is in loss. Fine. Initially only I told that this negative signs means negative profit, that is loss. Okay. Is
Yes,
there
ma'am.
any doubt in this question? Then ask me. Okay, question number 6. The graph of the PMF of a binomial random variable of n is equal to 10 is exactly symmetric about x is equal to 5, then the value of p could be. Yes, this one. Any idea how will you do that? Here n is equal to 10,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
your yeah. And
Ma'am, we
the
know that when the probability is less than 0, it is left skewed, and when it is more than 0.5, it is right skewed, and when it is 0.5, it is
symmetric.
symmetric.
So yeah, so your p is equal to 1/2 here. This is directly conceptual
0.5.
part, right? Okay.
Then what is the answer of this question?
Yeah, 0.5 only.
0.5.
0.5. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
They are saying it's a symmetric about center point. Your x is equal to 5 will be your center point, right? You're taking your
Yes,
n is
ma'am.
taking 10 values.
I got it.
Okay. A robber who needs to open a lock of a house has 21 keys, out of which only one key can unlock the house. The chance of selecting a key is equally likely for all the keys. The robber will not use the keys that did not open the lock in the upcoming trials. let x be defined as the number of trials robber requires to open the house. What is the value of expectation of x? Okay. So yeah, how will you go with this?
And it is uniformly distributed, so we'll directly apply the formula.
Yeah. Okay. So for each key, you have 21 options, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If let's say your lock is open in the first chance only. Let's say lock is open on the first chance only. That means this is the best case scenario, right? On the first trial only, the lock is open.
Open.
So what will the probabilities? There are 21 keys and all are
By
equally
21.
likely. So 1 by 21, right?
1 by 21.
1 by 21.
Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
say it didn't open for first trial and it opened for the second trial. Then how will you give the probability?
By 20.
1 by 20.
Okay. Probability x is equal to 2 will be, is it 1 by 20 directly? I don't think so.
Yes, ma'am, because we are not using the same key
It
again.
will be 20 by 21.
When it's open in second
Here-
trial, that means first trial was a failure.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have to consider that thing also. Because
1
we
by
go for the
21
second
over
trial when
1
first
by
trial
21
was
into
failed.
1 by 20.
Sorry, 1 by?
1 by 21 into 1 by 20.
But 1 by 21 is the success of the first trial. No? So we need that in first trial, he was failed. First key didn't work. What is the probability that first key will not work? It's 20 by 21, right?
20 by 21.
Into
Yeah.
1 by 21.
This multiplied by, now you come, that second trial, you got
1
the
by
right
20.
thing. It will be 1 by 20. So again, the probability is 1 by 21. So what if
Okay.
it opens in the third trial?
Then
That means he failed in 2 trials. First trial and second trial, and won on the third trial, right? So yeah, give me the expression like similar to this part.
20
First
by
trial was
21
failed.
into
20
20
by
by
21.
21 into 1 by 19.
Sorry.
20 by
Uh,
20
Yeah, 20 by 21.
into 20 by 21 into 1 by 19.
Wait, 20 by 21 into?
19 by
19 by
20.
20.
Yeah,
19.
19 by 20. Because he will succeed in the second chance, the probability of success is 1 by 20. What is the probability for failure? It will be 1 minus 1 by 20, right?
19 upon 20.
19 upon 20. And now the third trial, he's winning in the third trial. So
1 by 19.
yeah, 1 by 19. So yeah, again solve it. You will get it. This is equal to 1 by 21. Okay. So one thing from these 3 trials, you got that he has 21 trials and all probability for each and every trial is 1 by 21. So what is the expected number of trials he should do? So expectation of x, how do you calculate the expectation of x? This is nothing but the summation x is equal to 1 to 21. Yes, xi into probability of x is equal to xi, right? This is what you do to calculate the expectation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we know that probability of x is equal to xi is same for each and every trial. As you know that these things will get cancelled out like that.
Yes, ma'am.
And finally you get 1 by 21. So can I write it as 1 by 21 into
21
summation 1 to 21 xi, right? So this will be
Yes, ma'am.
equal to 1 by 21 into 1 plus 2 plus till 21. Sum of first 21 natural numbers. It is nothing but the 21 into 22 divided by 2. So it's 11. Okay. Do you got the solution?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
how can you get 21 into 22
This
divided
is
N
by
plus
2?
1 upon 2.
yeah,
N
sum
into
of
n plus
n
1 by 2.
natural number. N into n plus 1 divided by 2.
Oh,
Sum of
oh.
first n natural number. Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain, ma'am, this probability, how you, ma'am, in the first trial, second trial, and third trial, ma'am?
Yeah. See, let's say these are the cases I have considered. Let's say he gets success on the first trial only. That means he applied the first key and it was the correct key. So what is the
Okay, ma'am.
probability that it is the correct key? It
Yeah, ma'am.
was uniform, 1 by 21, right?
Right, ma'am. Second, ma'am, how you calculate
For
the
second, yeah. When he will go for the second trial, the condition that when he failed on the first trial, then only he will go for second trial. No? If he
Yeah, ma'am.
succeed on the first trial, he will never go to second trial, right?
Okay.
So we have to consider when we are calculating the probability for the second trial, we have like, probability of second trial means probability that he gets success in the second trial. That means he was failed in the first trial.
Okay.
This is the probability that he failed in first trial.
So that
Do
will
you
be
know
1 minus 1 by 21.
Yeah. Yes. Probability of success if for
Okay, ma'am.
x is equal to 1, if probability of success is 1 by 21, then failure will be 1 minus 1 by 21, right?
Okay,
That's
ma'am.
what 20 by 21 into second trial. Now he has 20 keys because they have mentioned that he will not use the whatever he has used the prior
Got it,
keys,
ma'am.
right?
Ma'am, third point, ma'am.
For third trial, when he will go for third trial, for that he has to fail for the first in first trial, then have to
Okay.
fail again in second trial, and
Okay.
then he will succeed in the third. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Got it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
yeah, welcome.
Ma'am, are these questions are changing in the different sets? Because I am not finding these questions in my mock test.
No, maybe the sequence might be changed. It's a mock for n term.
Yes, I have opened that only, mock for n term, but I am not finding this question on question number 7. So I'm just finding it out that whether this question is there or not. But I didn't find this.
Oh, is it with anyone else?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, did he attend the mock?
But sometimes the
No,
numbers.
ma'am.
The order was changed for me also, ma'am.
Even for me, I mean, I couldn't see the
Yeah, yeah.
numbers for a while and something weird
Yeah,
is
yeah.
happening.
No. Order is randomized only. It will not
Only
have the same.
the order is changed, ma'am. All the values
Yeah,
are the same.
all the values are same. Yeah. Only order of the question will be changed. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to 8th question. John parked his car among 10 cars in a row in a mall parking, not at either end, which has a capacity of 11 cars. In how many ways is it possible that on his return from the mall, he finds that exactly 5, including his car, of 11 places are still occupied if both neighboring parking plots around his car are empty? Fine. You got the question first. So yeah, how many slots
Yes,
for
ma'am.
parking there? There are 11 slots, right?
11.
11 slots. And they said that he has not parked on any of the corner. Fine. So, and it is also given that if he, let's say, these are the parking slots and so on, okay? Let's say he has parked, this is the corner side, okay? So, and let's say he cannot park here because it's the corner side. Let's say he has parked here, okay? And in the question, it is given that both the neighboring parking are empty for him, right? So here there is no car, here there is no car. Now, how many positions are left? 8, right? 11 minus 3, which is equal to 8. Out of 8, one car, sorry, out of this 3 position, one car has occupied the place, this one, right?
Yes.
They said to find the probability that 5 cars are occupying the space, right? He finds that exactly 5 of 11 places are still occupied. So, how many ways it can happen? So now how will you go for that? You know that one
8C,
car is here.
yes, ma'am.
8C5.
84.
8C4, 8C4.
Yeah, 8C4. Because
But I have
now,
one doubt here.
yes,
Ma'am, suppose now you chose that part he has parked his car, but he can do that in 9 ways, right?
yes.
So why didn't we also multiply 9 with the answer?
Okay, let's put anywhere he will put his car, like
The same thing will happen, I agree, but he can put anywhere, no? So we should multiply that probability also.
no need. No need.
I
Because
do have the same doubt, ma'am.
position doesn't matter here. See, uh, anywhere he will place his car, the chances are 8C4 only. Because he, at a time, he can put his car at one place only, right? At a time, he can put his car at one place only.
Okay,
That's why,
understood.
yeah.
So here
Okay.
arrangement doesn't matter. Is it,
Yes.
ma'am?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Ma'am, can you please explain why there is 9? Oh, sorry, 8
Yeah.
as
See, he cannot park his car on any of the corners. So I have considered, okay, let's say this right tick is, that means he has parked his car at this position, okay?
okay, ma'am.
And it is given that 2 neighboring parkings are empty. That means here there is no car, this side also there is no car. So I left this 3 slots. Out of 11, just subtract 3 parts. So now you have 8 slots for the parking slots for the car, right? 8 cars can be parked. Out of 8, they have asked out of 11, 5 cars, exactly 5 cars should be parking when he comes. His car is already there. So now, out of 11, I have subtracted 3 slots. Why? You understood that thing, why I subtracted this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you have to consider, out of these 8 cars, how many possible ways are there that 4 cars can be there, should be in the parking, right? That's why I used combination here, 8C4. You got from where this 8 has came.
Ma'am, but there is in the question there is 10 cars means the number of blanks here 11. That is okay, but in the question is also that the 2 sides are excluded. Then
For particular
2
this
corner
person.
sides.
For this person only, John only. Not for all. John will not park his car on either end.
Okay.
Someone else will put.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
So yeah, once you calculate, the 8C4 will give you 70. Right? Okay. 2 players, Sam and Nina, throw a pair of dice alternatively and independently. Sam wins if he throws the sum of 6 points before Nina throws the sum of 7 points. While Nina wins if she throws the sum of 7 points before Sam throws the sum of 6 points. If Nina begins the game, then what is the probability that Nina winning the game? Okay. So Nina will win the game if she throws 7, right? So what is the probability that she will get the sum of 7?
6 by 36.
For n, sum should be 7. And two dice are thrown. So what are the cases? 1, 6. 6, 1,
5
2,
2 2 5.
sorry. 2, 5.
4, 3,
by
3,
2.
4.
3, 4, 4, 3.
All the pairs.
So these are 6 cases only, right? So probability for I'm writing it as n, okay? That Nina is winning. Will be equal to 6 by 36, fine. And similarly for S, that means sum should be 6. So yeah, for sum 6, what will be the probability? 1, 5, 5, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2,
3, 3.
and 3, 3. Okay, it is 5 by 36, right? Probability of S is 5 by 36. Okay. Nina has started the game. So there will be some cases here. What will be the case? First case will be, let's say she wins in the first throw. Let's say case 1, N wins Nina, right? N wins in first throw. As she is starting the game, if she throws the dice having sum 7, then she will win, right? That was the given condition. So what is chances of winning then?
6 by 36.
Yeah. 6 by 36. Case 2 will be, let's say, she is winning, but now she cannot win in the second throw, right? Her second throw means it's a third throw of the game,
Yes.
right? So I am saying N wins in third throw. When third throw will come into picture, that means
First Nina wins, then loses, then the boy loses, then she wins.
okay. So I can write it like that, okay? N complement is she loses, and S also loses, and in the third turn, she wins. Okay?
Yes.
And I can product them directly. Why? Anyone?
Independent.
Yeah, due to independence, I can product also. So yeah, what will probability of n complement is 1 minus 6 by
30 by
36.
36.
Yeah, 1 minus 6 by 36. Probability of S complement. What is S complement? S has to lose so that third
31
throw
by
will
36.
come into picture, right? 1 minus 5 by 36, and this will be 6 by 36. So yeah, this is calculation part. I'm doing it. Okay. Let's say this is somewhat 30 into 31 into 6 by 36 cube. Fine. Similarly, for the fifth case, what will happen? Let's say she is not winning in the third throw also. So now if N has to win, then we should go till fifth throw, right?
Yes.
So this will be case 3, that N wins in fifth throw. Then directly we can have this probability that, okay, probability that first throw she lost, second throw Sam lost, then and again she also didn't win, then fourth he also did not make it, and then in fifth turn she won. Okay, so this will be nothing but this 30 by 36, then again 31 by 36, then again 30 by 36, 31 by 36, right? The whole square 6 by 36. Okay,
Yes.
this kind of things will be there. So similarly, the game will go on, but we have to calculate probability of Nina winning. How will you give that? Probability of N is winning. Yeah, how will you give it now? So this is nothing but this one, right? That she wins in the first trial. she wins in the third trial. Or she wins in the fifth trial. And so on, right?
Yes.
And it goes on. So once you write it, you will find something common there.
Ma'am, can we use GP method? Like
Yes, that on. Yeah, you can find here. Oh, sorry, it is product only. The whole square into 6 by 36 and so on. You know that whenever it will be the seventh trial, this term will be cube. It will be a ninth trial. This term will have power of 4, right? So we can have 6 by 36 as common, and then it will be 1 plus 30 into 31 divided by 36, the whole square, right? Plus, sorry. You common it out, right? Are you getting what simplification is going on here? And this, you know, this is one of the series, 1 plus 1 upon 1 minus x, right? Then this is just a calculation part. 6 by 36 into what will be there? 1 upon 1 minus x. What is your x here? 30 by 36 into 31 by 36. Once you calculate it, your answer is there. It will be around some 0.59. Okay. This is what probability of Nina winning. You got the solution? Anyone, if there is any doubt, please tell me.
Ma'am, such questions are quite lengthy and confusing. Are such questions can be expected in end-term exam?
Yes, definitely.
Ma'am, can you repeat
This
a
is
little
not.
bit, ma'am, again,
Yeah,
ma'am, because
sure. See, this is not lengthy. Just there is some, yeah, little bit lengthy. But this kind of question may be there. Yeah. See, they have given that N will win if she throws 7. The sum of throw will be 7 before that S will throw the sum of 6. That means, okay. So we just calculated what is the probability for N having the sum 7 on the first trial. It will be 6 by 36. Similarly, we calculated when will be the sum will be 6 for Sam, the another person.
okay.
So it goes to 5 by 36. Then we went for the cases. Okay, it's possible that N wins in the first trial only. They have said that N will start the game. So let's say she win in the first throw only. Then what will be the probability? It will be directly 6 by 36 as we calculated. Fine.
Okay.
So let's go that she didn't win in the first throw. That means she has to go for the second trial, right? When second trial will come into picture, that will come if and only if Sam will lose his first trial, right?
Okay.
First, Nina will play. She lost. Then the turn of Sam will come. If he wins, then game will be over.
Okay.
But we want to find the probability that N is winning, Nina is winning. So
let's
assume that the Sam is failing. Okay.
Okay.
So he lost his game in his trial. So again, the turn of Nina will come. So if Nina lost the first throw, her turn will come in third throw if Sam will lose, right?
Right, ma'am.
That's why I went for third throw. So I just write it as N complement intersection S complement intersection N, right? That means in first trial, Nina lost. Second trial, the turn of Sam was there and he also lost. In third trial, Nina won the match. So, so I calculated the probability for N complement. It is 1 minus 6 by 36. S complement 5 by 36. And then probability of n, right?
Fine.
Okay.
Ma'am, up to
Then,
that is fine, ma'am.
yeah, then we went for fifth throw. Let's say she didn't win in the third throw also. So,
Ma'am, for first throw, why we have not considered the Nina winning for the first time?
we have considered that case also, no? Case one, like it is possible that she may win in the first throw, but it is also possible that she may not win in the first throw. So we have to consider
But
the
Sam
second
is
throw.
anyway losing in any of the games, right?
Yeah, because we are focused on the probability of Nina winning. That's it. It's not mentioned there on which throw she will win, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, who was there for fifth throw?
Third case, ma'am.
Yeah, third case. Let's say she went for the third trial. Her third trial will come into fifth row, right? That means
Okay.
for the first trial, Nina lost. Second trial, Sam lost. Then Nina lost. Then again,
Sam
Sam
lost.
lost. This four throws were there. All losses were there.
Okay.
So yeah, probability of like Nina lost is 30/36, right?
Yeah,
Right?
ma'am.
Yeah. So this will be 30/36. This probability of S complement will be 31/36.
Okay.
We have calculated that. Then again, this
Okay.
Nina lost. So Nina lost and Sam also lost. So I just squared it.
Okay, ma'am.
And then at the end, the Nina wins. So this is also possible that in fifth throw also she didn't win. She has to go for seventh throw or ninth or
Okay.
11th, or we don't know.
Okay.
So we generalized it. Okay. The thing is, this pair will be there for each next turn. This pair probability of n complement into s complement will be there. So 30/36 into 31/36. This term will be there. This term will get multiply, multiply, and multiply. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we just common out this 6/36 and sum the rest of the parts. So this is one series, you know very well, right? 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on. This is nothing but 1 upon 1 minus x.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, suppose the random variable x assumes three values 0, 1 and 2 with probabilities 1/3, 1/6, 1/2 respectively. Calculate the value of f of 1. Okay, what is f of 1?
It's CDF.
It is CDF only, right? Probability of, okay. You have the question, right? That's question number 10. So f of 1, your x is taking values what? 0, 1 and 2. So f of 1 is probability of x less or equal to 1. This will be x is equal to 0 plus probability of x is equal to 1. It is given some what 1/6 and 1/3, I guess. 1/3 and 1/6.
6. Yes, ma'am.
1/3 plus 1/6. Okay. So it is nothing but, yeah, 2 plus 1,
0.33.
0.5. Yeah. 1/3.
0.33 plus the other one.
What other one? Sorry.
0.33 plus 0.17.
Directly you can have, no? Like you can directly multiply 2, so it will be 2 plus 1/6, 3/6, 1/2.
Yes, we can have it that way as
Yeah. F of 1 will be 1/2. Okay. Yeah.
I'm completely blank in this question. How did you solve this?
Which one?
Calculate the value of
CDF?
one? Yes. How did you find that this is the CDF question? It is
Okay.
just F1.
F of 1, yeah. F of 1 is a
Oh,
standard notation for CDF, right? Have you attended the last sessions, open sessions or practice sessions?
No, ma'am. Actually, I did not.
That's why it may be confusion there. Whenever there is capital F of X, it means the CDF.
Ma'am,
Okay.
if the exponential, if the binomial or something else like continuous variable one is mentioned, then we have to calculate it that way, right?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can
Like
you please show the
binomial.
solution part?
And just a minute, okay? Exponential will go for that. First, we are considering for this capital F, yeah? CDF.
Ma'am, can you please show the solution part?
Yeah, sure. Your doubt has solved or not?
Are
You
you
asked me?
asking me?
Yeah. Yeah. Someone has asked some exponential question.
Yes, that was
Is it
me
okay?
actually, but I did not get it actually. If you can just brief me out a little bit.
Which one? This CDF part or exponential?
No, this, how did you get this, that this is CDF and I have to just add these x0 and x1? Because what I find is like 0 and 2, the probability is given the 1 by 3, 1 by 6, and 1 by 2. If I would have to solve it, then I will just take the value f1 as 1 by 6.
No. F of 1
How
is
to
CDF, cumulative distribution function that we have discussed in
that?
last
So that means we have
7,
to
8
add
sessions.
1 plus 1 by
Yeah.
3 plus 1 by 6.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
give me a minute, okay?
How to find this, that this has to be a CDF, like that you were saying that there are some demarcations for it that you can
This
just
kind of
find it by
capital F. Capital F
capital
is a standard notation. If they will change, they will mention that it is a CDF. See, what is
Okay.
CDF? Cumulative distribution function.
Yes, that I
F
know.
of,
Okay.
yeah, okay, that you know then. It's fine.
Yes. But just this f of 1, I have to do it. Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
There are some standard notation that will not change.
Can you just please list it out once?
This one only that we have discussed in last sessions, no?
You have said no, that f1, capital F of 1, because I did not like what I read till now, no? So I have not made any note of it.
Okay, then I will suggest you to please watch the previous session. That are available in portal and YouTube also.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Okay. Should we move to next question?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
11th one. Yeah, someone was asking for the exponential distribution. Yeah. Okay. X is following exponential distribution with parameter lambda. Then find the value of z such that probability of x greater or equal to 100, given that probability of x greater or equal to 50, this is equal to probability of x greater or equal to z. Okay. Conditional probability, you know, right? Probability of x greater or equal to 100, given that probability of x greater or equal to 50. What does it mean? Like, if we have to solve, how will we go with this condition? This will be probability of, let's say, A and B, A given B. Probability of A given B is given as
A
A
union
intersection B.
A intersection B over A over B.
Right? The same thing we'll go here, we'll do here. Probability x greater or equal to 100 intersection x greater or equal to 50 divided by probability of x greater or equal to 50. Okay. What will this numerator will give you? Numerator will give you x is greater or equal to 50 and also greater or equal to 50. What does it mean by 50 and
X.
100?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
means
The difference is 50.
it is greater or equal to 100 only, no? It's greater than 50. It's also greater than 100. Right? It has to satisfy both the
Yes,
conditions.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not greater than 50. Fine. Okay. This is greater or equal to 50. So they have given one more condition there. What? X is following exponential distribution with parameter lambda. Fine. So when some greater or equal to condition are there, what we'll do? We'll go for less or equal to condition, right? Why? We choose that always less or equal to conditions. How will you go ahead from this part? That's the question.
We will convert it to 1 minus the lesser than probability.
Yeah. Why we do that kind of thing? Again for CDF only, right?
Yeah.
1 minus probability x less or equal to 50. Or this will be strictly less than, but we know that this will not affect much more, right? That's why I'm not changing it. So yeah, CDF for 100, CDF for 50. X is following exponential distribution. What will be the CDF then?
1 minus e to the power lambda and
1 minus e to the power minus lambda a, right?
a. Yeah.
So yeah, this will be 1 minus e to the power minus 100 lambda divided by 1 minus e to the power minus 50 lambda. Okay, this one will get cancelled and you will left with e to the power minus 100 lambda divided by e to the power minus 50 lambda. Okay, so this conditional probability is giving minus 50 lambda. But you know that this probability, yeah, this whole probability is equal to what? They have given that this whole probability was equal to probability x greater or equal to z, right? And we have to find the value of z only. Fine. So I can have this thing as equal to e to the power minus 50 lambda, right? Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then this one, 1 minus probability x less or equal to z e to the power minus 50 lambda. So
Ma'am,
1
we
minus
can
again. Yes.
we can directly equate z to the 50, right? Seeing the answer, like seeing the denominator of the conditional probability and the z, we can equate it, right?
How?
Like as we see as a numerator there, e minus 50 lambda, and as we calculated e is equal to minus 50 lambda, then we can directly equate it, right? That we have to calculate the z, it would be 50.
Yeah, yeah. That is also fine. I just write like that. Okay. Then it will be what e to the power minus z lambda is equal to e to the power minus 50 lambda. So yeah, once you equate, your z is equal to 50. Equate or take logarithm anti-log. Okay?
Ma'am,
Yes.
in the question they have not mentioned this is the exponential distribution or Poisson distribution. How we can, come to know
See,
that?
the
It
question,
was mentioned.
it's mentioned there.
EXP means exponential.
Exponential. Yes.
Actually, expected
Value is given by capital E of x. There
okay.
is lambda. See, there is lambda also.
Yeah, but in Poisson also we have a lambda, right?
Yeah, but the way of representation is different, right? That P is there, POI, some people write it POI, or some people write it as Poisson of lambda. So when there is a parameter kind of things, it cannot be expectation. Expectation has standard notation, that is capital E close bracket X.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Question number 12.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if we will use like conditional probability or the uniform distribution of continuous random variable in the 12th one, in the 12th question. That's doubt.
Yeah. So what is the doubt? Can you repeat?
Ma'am, do we have to use the conditional probability or uniform continuous random variable?
Okay, let's discuss it. According to the survey, time taken by teenagers to finish a box of donuts is uniformly distributed between 1 to 6 minutes. Okay. So first you have your X is distributed as 1 to 6 minutes, and it's a uniform distribution. Okay. It's a uniform distribution between 1 and 6 minutes. A cafe in New Delhi used this data for its advertisement that challenges teenagers to finish a box of donuts within 100 seconds. Okay. To win a grand prize. A teenager, Ajay, accepted the cafe's challenge. What is the probability that he will finish the box of donuts within 4 minutes, given that he lost the challenge? Okay. So as the question is in 100 seconds, like task is to complete X less or equal to 100 seconds, right? So let's convert this part as in seconds. So it will be 60 seconds, and this will be 6 into 60. Again, 360 seconds, right? So your X is now distributed like that. So they are asking, what is the probability that Ajay will complete in 4 minutes? 4 minutes is equal to 4 into 6 to 240 seconds, right? Fine. They are asking what is the probability that he completes the donut in 240 seconds, but he will win the game if he completes the box of donuts in 100 seconds. So what was your question then? What should we use? Either conditional or what? Right?
Yes, ma'am. I thought like we can use conditional probability in seconds, right?
Yeah. Yes. So we have to calculate probability that he finish within 240 seconds, right? Given that he lost challenge, right? This is the question. This is equal to probability. He finished within 240. How will you write it? X less or equal to 240. Given that he lost challenge. That means
More than 100 seconds.
yeah. More than 100. So yeah, you can solve it, right? Anyone has doubt here? Why I have written this kind of stuff here?
More than 100, how come it's?
See, he will win the challenge if he finish in 100 seconds. So if he finish in 100 seconds, so to loss, what should be the value of X? It should be more than 100, right?
No, but they have given that he need to finish within 4 minutes, within 4 minutes, right?
He will finish in 4 minutes, given that he lost the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Ma'am, I took it as an interval between 100 and 240. Instead of conditional, like how you have taken, I took it as
No. See, in the question they have mentioned that what is the probability that he will finish the box of donuts within 4 minutes, given that he lost the challenge. The question was like, your solution, you write like x is lying between 100 and 240, right?
Correct.
That is what kind of scenario it is. It is like he's taking time between 100 seconds to 240 seconds.
Correct.
That will be the scenario, right?
Yeah.
But here, question is asking something. Okay.
Same only, no, ma'am. Because he lost the challenge, it will be over 100 seconds only. So it is something between 100 and 240. What is wrong in that, ma'am? Sorry, I'm not able to understand.
Yeah. The thing is, they have asked, he finished within 240 seconds. Within 240 seconds can be, if he completes in 50 seconds, then it is also within 240 seconds, right?
But he's lost the challenge, which means
Yes,
he's
that's
already
why
crossed
X,
100.
yeah,
And that
that's
is why
why
the interval becomes 100 to 240.
it is only one of the case. But see, if you have to calculate what is the probability that he finish within 240 seconds. If that kind of part is there, then the time can be less than 100 also and more than 100 also. But they precisely mention that he has to finish within the 4 minutes, but he has lost the competition. That's why we are going with this condition. He has participated in the competition. That's why we have to, like, some conditioning is there. They themselves have put the condition. That's why. If conditioning is there, you have to take the condition. If the question was like that, if he is taking some time more than the competition time, but less than 240, then that 100 to 240 will work there. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, I'm not fully convinced, but it's okay, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, x lesser equal to 240 and x greater than 100 divided by probability of x greater than 100. Okay. So yeah, it's again probability of x is lying between 100 to, if you directly take this part,
Yeah, ma'am, that's what I was saying.
yeah, then this part, it will not give you the correct probability what they are asking. The context matters, right? That given that word has put the conditioning on that. Fine. So yeah, this is nothing but the F240 minus F100 divided by x greater than 100. Sure, I can have it 1 minus f of 100, right? So again, a calculation part, it's a uniform distribution. So we know that how to find the CDF, right?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
why it is CDF means capital F, not small f?
What is small f? Small f we use for PMF,
PDF,
right?
right?
Yeah, PDF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever there is any kind of thing, probability x less or equal to small x, this is nothing but CDF. CDF will represent by capital F.
But whenever PDF means what then?
Probability density function.
Yeah, but in the notation of P, X and...
Yeah, f of x is probability of, yeah, it is probability of x lying between A to B. Yeah.
In above, you
Yeah,
can
you can go like that, but that will be, you have to go with the like integration part and all these things.
Okay.
You can go with that also. That is also fine.
Okay.
Because this is the interval, you can go. No problem.
If we try to visualize it in the curve, no, like under the curve,
yeah,
is that possible also, ma'am? I mean, could we visualize the same thing? Could we also attempt like that?
Yeah,
Because
we have discussed all these things in last sessions.
yeah.
You were not there in last sessions. Like there were
Ma'am,
two fully dedicated
uh,
sessions for that. PMF,
yeah.
the graph views and everything. Have you watched that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm asking, can we approach this problem with the graph? Meaning, can we put it under the curve and see how
Yes.
much? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's possible. Like every question is possible to put in the graphical manner.
Alright.
Okay. So yeah, this now this comes to this formula kind of things. This is what? Okay, are you guys able to solve this kind of stuff? So okay, I'll give just an idea. 240 minus. So yeah, what is the CDF for uniform distribution? It is, we have calculated it was some x minus a by b minus a, right? What is or your a? A is your 60 and b is here 360. Sorry, 360. Fine, so this will be 240 minus 60. 360 minus 60 is nothing but the 300. One minus 100 by. Okay, once you solve this, you will get some 7 by 13. Okay. Okay. Any doubt from this
Ma'am,
question?
yeah, and, ma'am, that was approved, ma'am. This, ma'am, you told me and how conditional probability it was fine, ma'am. After that, it get confused, ma'am.
What?
The probability he finished within 240 seconds, given the condition that he lost the challenge, ma'am.
Yeah.
After that, you told me this, so fine, ma'am. After that, how you did, ma'am? Can you little bit elaborate more?
This was fine for you?
Yeah, ma'am. Probability he finished within 240 seconds, given he lost the challenge. Equal to probability x is less than equal to 240, given x is greater than 100. Up to that, fine, ma'am.
Okay. See, so just take this part as A, this part as B.
Fine, ma'am.
Okay. Then the question is about probability of A given B.
Fine,
What
ma'am.
is the probability this one? This one is A intersection B
Divided by
probability of B.
B.
The same thing I have written that x less or equal to 240 and x is greater than 100.
Fine, ma'am. Up to that, fine.
So
ma'am.
this is 100 to 240, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
This will turn to 100 to divided by probability x greater than 100. Okay. Then this might also
Ma'am,
fine for you.
how, ma'am, this point you reach, ma'am? Once
This one?
you written in the form, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. How this point is reached, ma'am?
F240 minus F100.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. This also we have discussed. See, whenever the probability of x is lying between some A to B, then we can have it as probability of x less or equal to B minus probability of x less or equal to A. Is it fine?
Fine, ma'am.
See, are you getting this line from this to this? How we came?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
If you consider all the x less or equal to B and all the x less or equal to A and then subtract, you will have this required area, right?
Okay.
So what is this x less or equal to B? This is nothing but the CDF representation for point B, right? F of
Okay.
B. And this is what? CDF representation for point A. So it is F of A. So that's what I have written, F of 40 minus F of 100.
Okay.
And for when it comes to denominator part, it was probability of x is greater than 100. Probability x greater than 100. So I turned it out as 1 minus probability x less or equal to 100. Fine.
Okay.
So what is this? This is nothing but the 1 minus f of 100 again.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I have brought there.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Then we know
Okay.
that x is following some uniform distribution from 60 to 360.
Okay.
So I use the CDF formula here and then calculation.
Fine, ma'am. Fine.
Okay. Okay, any other doubts from this question number 12?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Question number 13. A company has predicted that the next year's profit will follow the probability distribution as shown in the figure table. The random variable x denotes the profit in million rupees. Loss is denoted by a negative profit. Fine. They have mentioned this loss is negative 0.5 and this is profit. And probability is also given there. But the company cannot retain all the profits to itself since it has to share 15% of the profit to the investors. The amount that company retains is y is equal to 0.85x. What is the approximate standard deviation of y? Are you getting the question? So here x is a random variable. What it is denoting? It's denoting profit of the company. Okay. X is a random variable which is denoting profit. Fine. But they have given that whatever the profit is, that company cannot take all the profit. They have to distribute 15% to the investors, right? So that's not our part. It is given that company will be profited with 85% only. That means 0.85x, right? And then they have asked, then find the variance of the profit. Fine. So we have to calculate variance for this y. So what will be the variance of y then? Will be equal to variance of 0.85 into x. Yeah. How will you give that? We know it is, right? The square of the constant term and variance of x. How will you get the variance of x then? Do you have any details about x? We do not have anything about variance of y regarding this part, right? So variance of x is what?
E of x square minus
Ex square minus ex of whole square.
Yeah. E of x the whole square. So you can have E of x and E of x square, right? So we'll just calculate the values of E of x. How will you give that value of E of x? Probability, sorry. Summation of xi into probability of x is equal to xi, right? And we
Yes,
have the
ma'am.
table, so we can. Are you able to calculate this thing? So I will directly put the values.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. From table, you can take the values. Whatever the negative values, you have to take it as a negative because we are considering this loss as a negative part. Okay. So when you go for calculation, this expectation will come out to be 1.15. Okay. How will you calculate expectation of x square?
Squaring the variables and then multiplying it.
Yeah, xi square probability of x is equal to xi. This also you can calculate, and this value will be some 2.9. You do your calculation, so it will match, I guess. So yeah, then variance of y, variance of x, you can have some 2.9 minus this 1 point, what it was, 1.15 square. And it will come out something 1.57. And then you just put these values to variance of y. Yes, someone has raised hand. Please unmute yourself and speak. Yes. Okay, your voice is not clear. You can type in the chat also. To variance of x, you just put this value and you will get. Okay, this is variance. So standard deviation also, you know that what will be the standard deviation for y then?
Under root
It will
of
be
v.
the square root of variance of y. That's it. Okay. Okay. Let me check. Question number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then please wait till the end of the session. First, I will go with the this flow. Then I will go to visit to question number 2 again. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, is there any doubt for question number 13?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Let's move to question number 14. The duration of the video game is random variable with exponential distribution with mean 20. So mean 20, that means what will be the value of lambda?
1/20.
Yeah. If x is following exponential distribution with parameter lambda, then expectation is 1 by lambda, and it is given that mean value is 20, which is equal to 1 by lambda. That implies lambda is equal to 1 by 20. Okay. Suppose that when you enter the video arcade, 2 players are playing the game. Find the probability that exactly one of the 2 will be playing for less than 40 minutes. Okay. So,
Ma'am, I understood the formula part, but I did not understand about how to find the exactly one player would be playing.
exactly.
Exactly one player would be playing. That
Yeah.
is part I didn't get.
Yeah. For this kind of question, you have to make events first, like fix some event. Let's say event is the event that player 1, I'm saying it P1, okay? Player 1 is playing for less than 40, right? Is playing for less than 40 minutes. And similarly, E2 is the event where player 2 is playing for less than 40 minutes. Fine. So you want to find the probability that exactly one player is playing for less than 40 minutes. Now you have 2 events and you want exactly one event should happen. So how will you go for it? Its probability if E1 is happening, E2 should not happen. Fine. Then only E1 will happen, right? Plus,
Yes, ma'am.
like another condition or condition is if E2 is happening, then E1 should not happen. Right? So how will you go for that? What is the probability of E1 intersection E2 complement? Both are independent, right? Both are
ma'am.
independent. So I can
And
have,
directly find the probability.
yeah. So what will be the complement part? They are taking more than 40, right?
Yes.
Probability of E2. So probability of E1 is what? It is probability of X less than 40, right? Multiplied by E2 complement. That means it's taking more than 40 minutes. Plus here even complement. That means it's taking more than 40 minutes. And probability of E2 means it's taking less than 40 minutes. So it's nothing but the twice, right? Twice of probability. X less than 40, it's fine. Less or equal to 40, how will you write it? Sorry, greater or equal, it's a greater or equal to 40. So 1
We can
minus,
write by CDF.
yeah. So it will be some 1 minus e to the power minus 40 lambda. And lambda is also given, right? Into,
One
here
by
it will be 1 minus e to the power minus 40 lambda. And lambda value of lambda is given. So you can have,
1 by 20.
if you put all these value very directly, this will be 20, lambda is 1 by 20, right? So it will be 2.
Minus 2.
So this will be cancel. And it is e to the power minus 2 lambda. No, sorry, why? Lambda will not be here. Yeah. Fine. So I guess there was option number B or C. Yeah, B. Okay. Is there any doubt from this question?
Ma'am, can you little bit repeat, ma'am, once again?
Yeah. Which part?
Ma'am, up to me, it's okay, ma'am. When you started the cases, ma'am, then can you little bit repetition, ma'am?
Yeah. See, for this kind of question, we make the events that, okay, let's say E1 is the event where player 1 is taking less than 40 minutes and E2 is the event where player 2 is taking less than 40 minutes. Okay. And we have to find the probability that exactly one player will be playing for less than 40 minutes. So I just consider the case, okay, if probability, I will calculate the probability. If E1 is happening, then E2 should not happen because we need exactly one player is taking less than 40 minutes, right?
Fine.
And then I will consider the another case also because it may possible that E1 is not happening and E2 is happening, right?
Fine.
So yeah, that's it. And we know that these two conditions are independent, so I can product the intersection part.
Okay.
And then E1 is the probability that player 1 is taking less than 40 minutes. So it is probability X less than 40.
Okay.
And E2 complement. What is the probability that probability of E2? E2 is the probability that person 2, player 2 is taking less than 40 minutes. What will be its complement?
Complement will be more than 40 or equal to 40.
Yeah, that's why I wrote probability X greater or equal to 40.
Okay.
Then the same thing here. Even complement.
Okay.
Probability of even complement again X greater or equal to 40. And probability of E2 again less than 40.
Okay.
Then these two terms are same, so I double it, and then this is the formula for CDF again. We have given that X is following exponential distribution, right? Which lambda,
Okay.
which is equal to 1 by 21. So we can directly use the CDF formula for it. It is nothing but the 1 minus e to the power minus lambda a. Fine. And
Ma'am, can you
part,
write it, ma'am? Can you little bit elaborate it, ma'am? The formula part, what you have directly, ma'am, calculated.
yeah. if your x is following some exponential distribution, its parameter lambda, okay, then its CDF will be f of x is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus lambda x.
Fine.
Okay. So yeah, that's it, what we have done.
Ma'am,
Yes.
when we go for CDF and when we go for PDF,
Yeah, that also I have discussed in the last lecture only. Like I have in the last
Please just because I think this is the question of all, I guess.
yeah.
yes.
And can you mention the
Yes.
lecture in chat box? Like you can paste the link. That would be
Yes,
helpful.
also that part of because I think not only me or all of other participants are also confused in this, that when to use fx and when to use
No, I'm
capital
not
F.
confused. You can move on to the next question.
See, for those who have confusion on this part, just take the last session. It was what we say? It was doubt session on week 12. Okay, just search for doubt session on week 12 and go for the last 30 or 45 minutes. I have put all these things in chart and bifurcate each and everything. It's just for CDF and PDF. I have considered most of the distribution also, continuous and discrete also. I have distinguished that part also. So please go through that lecture. It's a doubt session for week 12. If you still have any doubt, then please inform me. We will have another session on that. Okay. Is it fine? As we are repeating that part in last two lectures, that's why I'm not going for that. In open session for week 12 also, we have discussed that part. Where to use PDF, where to use CDF. Okay. Is the question number 14 clear? So can we should we move to question number 15?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A fruit seller has 6 dozen bananas, out of which 12 are rotten. If a customer wants to purchase some bananas and choose 6 bananas without replacement, then how many rotten bananas can expect customer? Okay. Are you getting from the question which kind of question it is?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's decode the question. Yeah. So we have 6 dozens of bananas. So 6 dozen means how much? 6 into 12, right? 72 bananas are there, and out of that, let's say this is your capital N, total number of bananas. Out of that, some 12 bananas are
Ma'am, we
rotated.
can use hypergeometry expectation, right?
Yes, exactly. Because they have clearly mentioned that out of this, some 12 bananas are rotated, and you are taking the sample of some 6 bananas. That means your small n, or whatever you say, the sample size is 6. And we want to calculate, if you take the sample size of 6, then how many rotten bananas you will get, right? What is the expected number of rotten bananas? So, and they have mentioned that this when you are choosing the 6 bananas out of that 72 bananas, you are doing it without replacements. So it's a hypergeometric distribution. For that, expectation is what? Expectation of hypergeometric is
Small n into m divided by n.
So first, we should mention that x is following hypergeometric distribution, right? X is following hypergeometric distribution. Fine. So your expectation for that is n into m divided by total number of bananas. So it is nothing but 12 into 6 divided by 72. Okay, so it's 1. So what this 1 indicates? out of this 6, if you take this sample of 6, expected number of rotten bananas will be 1. Okay.
Yes.
So question number 16. The average number of penalties charged by a police in a day for not following the traffic rules is 5. It's an average number, right? Assume that the number of penalties charged on a different days are independent and follows a Poisson distribution. Find the probability that less than 4 penalties will be charged in a day. So if you know it's a Poisson distribution, you know what is the average value, right?
Lambda.
X is following Poisson distribution with parameter lambda. So your expectation of X will be lambda only, which is given as 5, right? Is it
Yes,
fine?
ma'am.
Ma'am, unlike this question, is it necessary that they will always say if the statement that it's using Poisson?
Sorry, can you write in the chat? Your voice is not clear. Okay. Till then, I will continue with the question. So yeah. Okay. Are they always? Yes, yes. They will always tell what kind of distribution the X is following. But just be careful in question number 15 kind of question, where you have to decode what kind of distribution it is. So
It
you
is
should.
it is mentioned, right, without replacement and replacement, so we can
Yes.
judge it with that.
We can judge it, but you can judge it even only if you are clear with your definitions. If they give something like, let's say, over time or kind of things, then they may not mention the Poisson also. You have to be clear with the definition of each and every distribution. If the same question of bananas, if they say with replacement, then what will you do? You know the
Binomial.
definition, right? It will be
Binomial.
a binomial.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
how did you get
Binomial.
to know? You are just clear with your definition or concept, so you can go with that. Okay. So assume the number of penalties charged on a different days are different and independent. So we need to calculate probability of, okay, on any particular day, probability is less than 4. So it's again CDF kind of question, right? For Poisson distribution, you know what is the distribution, right? How do we, it's probability of X is equal to X e to the power minus lambda into lambda power X divided by X factorial. Fine. So on a particular day when the value of charged people is X less than 4, it will be equal to what can take what values it can take?
0, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it will be 0 plus. So after that, it's the calculation part only, right? Now to just put the values here and calculate the sum. That's it. Just put the values for X is equal to 0. This is the formula. So yeah, what is for lambda? They have given the hint that value of lambda is 5. So it will be e to the power minus 5 into 5 power 0 divided by 0 factorial plus e to the power minus 5 again. 5 to the power 1 factorial. Zero, 1, 2, and 3, right? Yeah, that's all. You just calculate it and you will have some values around 0.27. Okay, if there is any doubt or anything else, please ask. That question number 2, someone has asked me, right? I will take that one. Are you there?
Yes,
It seems there is some network issues, so you can type on the chat.
ma'am, can I ask now?
Yes, yes, yes,
Hello.
yes.
Ma'am, ma'am, there was written which one among them are numerical. So, ma'am, height, the academic pin are also the numerics, not contain any specific other. So, ma'am, what numerical value?
I'm not able to hear you. So please write your question in
ma'am,
the chat box.
actually, he is referring that as Aadhaar card is written in number, and PNR number is also in number, and PIN code is also in number. Then why can't it give a meaningful value with mathematical operations like plus minus? He is actually not getting that it doesn't make any sense if we add or multiply.
Yeah. Let's say there is a player, you watch the cricket, right? On every cricketer has a jersey number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say you might also know that some player has jersey number 7 and some player has jersey number 18. If you sum it, is there any meaningful what the sum is giving you? 18 plus 7 is giving you some 25, but what does it mean by it? No, right? So similarly, so this kind of data is called as categorical data.
Generally, they are not added, so they put what? Hello,
Yes,
hello,
yes, now it's clear.
ma'am. Am I clear now?
No. Is it the problem for
Okay,
me
ma'am. Then
only
I'm
or
writing in the chat.
yeah,
Ma'am,
please.
it's actually his network is good, I believe.
Yes, ma'am. My speed is very less here. That's why it's
Okay,
happening.
no problem. You please write in the chat and I will read that. See, similarly, the jersey number, the Aadhaar number also, if you add the Aadhaar number is some number, but even though if you add it, there is no meaningful outcome from it, right? That kind of data, we put it in a categorical variable kind of data. Numerical data is what? If it's addition or subtraction will make some sense. Yeah, please write in the chat. Oh, see, yes, week 1 to 8, yeah, it will be some equal weightage only.
Ma'am, in last term,
Okay,
they
ma'am.
emailed us personally that 75% would come from 9 to 12 and
9 to
remaining,
12.
yeah, 9 to 12 and
Yeah.
remaining from the other remaining weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The 30% will be from week 1 to week 8.
Yes, yes. It will be like around 35% will be from week 1 to 8.
Ma'am, I
Okay,
have a
ma'am.
doubt in question number 12. The equation which we have found out in the last, I think it might not work. Like it won't give the right answer, I believe. As per
Question
my
number 12.
calculation, yes, this one. Yeah, the last calculation. Yeah, the last one.
This one, right?
Yeah, the last portion, the equation, the 100 and the 60. Yeah, this part.
Okay.
I think the answer would differ if we calculate. Is it, am I saying true? Like if we need to, like if we calculate, I think it would differ from 7 by 13.
360 minus. No, it will be. It is 7 by 36. 7 by 13, sorry.
Okay, then it might be
See,
some,
this is 1 minus. This one is not with this one. Huh? This
okay,
is 1 minus this fraction is different than 1. It's not along with the 1, right?
okay, yes. This might be some issue with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. If there is any doubt, please ask, or we can conclude here. For the PDF CDF part, please visit that lecture. Someone has put the link also. Please visit that. And still, if there is any doubt, please ask in discourse, or we can have any session for that.
Question 13.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Ma'am, what we have to do in question 13?
Question 13. Yeah, question 13 we have discussed, right? Okay. You want to go with the what we have to do, right? Question number 13.
Yes, ma'am. Connection was lost at that time.
Okay. Company has predicted that the next year's profit will follow the probability distribution. This kind of distribution it will follow, and loss is given by negative profit. But the company cannot retain all the profits. See, this is profit part is given here, but they say the whole profit it will not take. Company X will not take. It will retain only 0.85x, and like 85% of the profit it will take. So, and then you have to calculate what is the approximate standard deviation of y. Okay. So x is random variable which is giving you profit. So you will just calculate what will be the standard deviation for y, because the actual profit company is retaining is this part only, right? 15% they have to give to investors. So that's not our concern now.
That's
So
why we are taking y.
yes, y is another random variable which is formed using, which is a function of x only. So when you calculate variance of y, it is nothing but the variance of 0.85 into x. Then you know we square it out the constant and do like that, right? And then we have calculated variance of x. First, once we get the variance of y,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
can have the standard deviation, right? Then rest of the part was calculation only. You will have this lecture on YouTube and on your portal also. So you
Okay,
can
ma'am.
see that part there only.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, ma'am.
Anything else? Yeah, thank you.
ma'am, I just want to know, ma'am, as with ma'am other mock 1 and mock 2 for quiz 2, ma'am, the PDF for this will be also available, ma'am.
Okay, like
Yeah,
for
ma'am,
MOOC 1 and
what
MOOC 2, you got the PDF?
already is there, ma'am, and just for this final, ma'am, quiz, ma'am, will there be PDF also, ma'am? Because that help in just, ma'am,
Okay.
even the minutest doubt is also, ma'am, resolved, ma'am. When you get in
Okay,
writing, ma'am, written, ma'am.
Okay, fine. I will send it.
Yeah, ma'am, when we can expect it, ma'am, because Saturday will be the last day for just revising, ma'am.
Okay, I will post it as soon as possible. Maybe tonight only.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. If there is any doubt, please ask.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. All the best for your exams.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, can you tell me a question I have put in the chat?
Okay. The ratio of boys to girls at IIT Madras is 1.5:1. If a group of 6 students is randomly selected, what is the probability that there will be at least one girl in the selected group of 6 students?
Ma'am, I
Okay.
want to ask that, ma'am, I want to ask
Yeah.
how to identify that it is a binomial distribution.
Okay. So here, ratio is given, right? If a group of 6 students is random, I think the question is incomplete, it seems.
No, it's complete. Previous year question paper.
Okay. So your question is how to get it? Is it a binomial or not?
Yes.
Okay. Is this question for binomial? Are you sure?
Yes, it is a question of binomial as per the answer.
As per the answer. Okay.
Yes.
Did you got the solution?
Yes, I have got the solution, but I don't know that why
When will it
it is
be
a
a
binomial
binomial? See, so yeah, what is the probability that there will be at least one girl in the selected? Okay. You know the ratio and you know the sample size also, right?
Yes.
And uh, like uh, like this banana question you were there, the question number 15 in today's mock test part.
No,
It
ma'am.
was without replacement kind of thing. But here, when they says girl and boy, then this kind of thing is like you have to pick the specific number. Then at that time, you move towards what is binomial distribution. It gives you a if you want to find if x is following some distribution and you are asked to calculate, okay, x is having some n number of successes after among these k trials, then in that kind of questions you have to go with the binomial distribution, right?
Ma'am, suppose there are n student, right? So
Okay.
the probability of being boys is 1.5. Sorry. Probability of
Okay.
being boys is 3/5, and probability of being girl is 2/5.
How?
If we multiply 1.5 raised to 1 with 2, then denominator is
Okay, do one thing. How many people you selected?
6.
6, right?
Yes.
Because they have a group of 6 students is randomly selected. Okay. Can you get the probability of having boy or girl from this given data?
Yes, I can identify.
Yeah. What is the
Boys
probability of boy?
3/5.
3/5 is what?
Boys
How did you reach to
probability
3/5?
1.5 upon 2.5.
Okay. Fine. Then why 2.5?
Total 1.5 is boys fraction. So
Yeah.
boys fraction upon my total.
Yeah. So total is 6, right?
No, total is 5.
Okay. You chose out of 6, you chose 5 people. From where this 5 is coming?
Ma'am.
Okay. Do one thing. Just pose the question on Discord. I will provide the solution. Okay. If still there is any doubt, we can have a discussion on that. Or you have any specific doubt, then you point out things. I'm not getting your doubt on me.
Ma'am, I'm saying that if we choose n student, if we choose a first student, right?
Okay.
So the probability of being boys and probability of being girls is
Yeah.
also changed. Going to be changed. Is it right? In this question, I am asking.
If you choose the first person, first student,
Yes.
then why probability will change?
I am supposing they are n student. And
N students. Okay. Let's take N student. Okay.
yes. And if
Okay.
I
Out
choose,
of that N students,
if I
one
choose
thing
first
we know
student.
that number of boys to girls ratio is 1.5 to 1.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes.
Let's
If I
say
choose,
your N is 100. Okay.
yes.
Or let's say your N is 6 because we want 6 only, right? But 100 will be easier to calculate. So yeah, what will be boys? Yeah.
Ma'am, if I am taking 6 students, so what is the fraction of boys? It's
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm asking. Then what will be the number of boys?
6 into 1.5 by 2.5. It's 3.6, but how can it
Yeah,
be?
3.6. Then 3.6 is just 4 only. How did you get 3.6 by the way?
By multiplying it to x and then adding it up and then equating it to 6, then I guess he'll get 3.6 and 2.4.
Yeah.
It's 6 into 1.5 by 2.5.
6 into
6 into 1.5 by 2.5.
Okay.
What the probability that will be?
But why are you multiplying? Let's see. Just
Is
follow
it necessary
this.
to be binomial or something? Because I see that we can solve it without any like.
Yeah.
How you can solve without any distribution?
Distribution, I guess, like
Even you don't know the actual number of the student. I have
yes, that
only information that there is a
see
probability of being
what I am
girls
seeing is,
and probability of, hello?
yes. See what I am seeing is 3.6. Just let us not make it for 3. Just just be on numbers. Then 3.6 over 6 would be the probability for boys, and 2.4 over 6 would be the probability for girls. Okay, so out of 3.6, okay.
Bro, 3.6 is the probability. What do you mean? Probability is always
0.6
between
over
0 to 1. Ma'am, hello?
Hello. Yes.
Ma'am, I was asking that if we choose first person, then probability is going to be alter or not?
No, it will not change.
Why, ma'am? I am choosing a first student.
Okay,
It
let's
will be
have
either
first.
boy, it will be either a girl.
Yeah, 50%, right? Okay,
Yeah.
then yes, 50%. Then let's say you have chosen the first person.
Okay.
Yeah, P is equal to, what's your P then? Are you getting? If you choose the
Actually
first
not.
person, the probability is 1 by 2. Again, you
Yes.
will go for the second student, probability is 1 by 2. Right? But the ratio of total boys to girl is 1.5 to 1. So after particular point, you can't, if like all the initial students are girls, then after certain point, there will be no girls, right? You have to go for, then probability will, yeah, it will be conditional kind of things that, okay, probability that first girl is chosen, then, sorry, probability of second student is boy, given that first was girl, kind of things.
So, ma'am, ratio will change, right?
No, ratio is fixed. That's why I'm asking. Like, ratio will fix. Why ratio will change? A ratio will give you the number 1.5 x plus 1x is equal to 7. Sorry, 6.
Ma'am, I am supposing that I have 10 students
Okay.
and 6 of them are boy and 4 of them are girls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am selecting one student. So now I have nine remaining students. I don't know whether what I am selecting, boy or girls.
Okay. You are selecting
So the
out of
fraction will
9
change.
9 students, right?
Yeah. So the fraction will change now.
You have 9 students. Out of 9 students, this number should be like that. Out of this, how many girls will be there and how many boys will be there?
Girls 3.6.
How it is possible, man?
So I am
That's why
asking
I'm
the same
asking
thing.
that. I'm asking the thing. The question seems incomplete, but yeah, it's an some question, right? I will put the detailed solution. It will be there, as this is not working, so I cannot show you here. I will put along with this PDF. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, one more thing.
Yeah.
If the question is about without replacement,
Yeah.
so it always will follow the hypergeometric distribution.
Yeah. Context definition. There should be like that kind of things. Okay. You have some total n, and out of that n, some m number of successes are there, and you are taking some k number of like your sample size is k, and you are choosing your sample size without like elements of your samples are chosen without replacement, then
Okay.
it is following hypergeometric distribution. That's what. It's not whenever there is a word without replacement, you have to go with the hypergeometric. It's not like that. The definition should be followed. That's why just
Yes.
clear with your definition and concepts, and then it will be easy to find what is the distribution. Okay. And for this solution, I will put with this PDF only. I was presenting here, but it seems it was not visible to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ma'am, question
Thank you.
number 9.
Yeah.
In that approximate value you find it. So, ma'am, how to find it in an
It
exam
was just a
quickly
calculation. No. And that
by calculator?
e power minus x kind of thing you are asking about that.
No, ma'am,
What was
solution,
that calculation?
answer. How to calculate in a calculator in exam quickly
No.
manner.
See, some values will be given to you. This kind of values will be given to you. If there is some e power minus x lambda, or you have to calculate this kind of things, then the values is given. See, when you go for the 1 minus 1 upon 1 minus x, it's
Yes,
not that
ma'am.
much difficult calculation. When you just simplify it, all the terms will get cancelled and calculation is easy only. But sometimes in calculation, some e to the power minus x will come into picture. E to the power minus 1 will be there. So
Ma'am,
they will
because
provide the values.
when I put a wrong values, so that give a wrong answer in
There will be
decimal.
range will be there. It's not for this kind of
But
question. There is no particular question. Yeah. Your
sometime
answer
my
should be in
answer
that
is out
range.
of range.
Yeah, then it will be wrong answer only.
Ma'am,
Because
I am
it's calculated with that range. If your answer is out of range, it will be considered as false only. Incorrect.
ma'am, direct putting in calculator is okay. The values.
I don't think so. Calci, like this virtual calci might be available, but I don't think so. Rest of the like things you can use.
Okay.
Okay, I will tell them to put the what is it, instructions there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then thank
Acha,
you.
ma'am, for question 1.52:1. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. For that question 1.5:1, if we suppose that we have 10 students and 6 would boys and 4 would be of girls, like, would be from girls. So can we not
Yeah.
do like 6C5 4C1 over 10C6 for the
Yeah.
first girl to be selected, and then
Yes,
second
that's
girl to
what
be
we have to
selected
do.
by 6C4 4C2 divided by 10C6, and then for the third girl we need to select 6C3 4C3 over 10C6, and the fourth girl to be selected as 6C2 4C2 over 10C6, and or summing all them.
Yeah.
Would not that be an answer?
Yeah, that will be. But they have to select the 6 people only. So I am just I have mentioned that solution here, but it's not able to share it. So I will share with the PDF. Okay, that's what you have solved. That kind of solution is there only. Okay.
Okay,
So
but
if you
I
need
did.
any further classes, then please inform on the discourse. We will have that. Or if there is any question which can be solved with the discourse, then put your doubt there only. Okay.
Ma'am,
We can have a discussion.
in one question, F1 they ask. So which type of formula we use in that
It
question?
was CDF, no? It was CDF. F of 1, capital F of 1 is notation for CDF, cumulative distribution function. For that, I will request you to please visit the doubt session. Like it was the doubt session for week 12. There I have discussed how to find the where to use PDF, where to use CDF. There this doubt will solve, I guess.
Okay,
30 to
ma'am.
40, and it's asking for the x greater or equal to k, which is equal to 0.65, right? Because 65th percentile they have asked. Sorry, x less or equal to it was. So with less or equal to, you know that what is this? This is nothing but your f of k, right? What is f of k? It's your CDF. And for uniform distribution function, you know how to write, you know how to find the CDF, right? We have solved it. It is nothing but to just solve this. A to B, then it's CDF.
Bye, ma'am. Good night, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.